To the BNS channel. Today is Monday Munchies. So we are doing something for Thanksgiving. I have to bring a dish. I decided that I wanted to bring a dessert. And so today we're going to make caramel apple cheesecake. Now I know that this seems a little bit similar to last week. That's okay, because it's a different variation, it's a different spin. We're gonna do it a little bit differently, and I'm learning as I'm doing my videos that I don't need to prepare everything in front of you because you're not stupid. You know how to do these things. So, I've already gone ahead and softened my cream cheese. We need to have 8 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese, or cream cheese of your choice. It could be fat-free if you'd like. We also need to have 8 ounces of Cool Whip, which is what I have here. It has already been cooled, so it's nice and soft. Ooh, can't let that go to waste. I've already made my pie crust. I used the same Keebler graham crackers crumbs with the recipe to make that on the side. So in a bowl, I mixed 1 1/4 cups of the graham cracker crumbs. I did 3 tablespoons of sugar and 1/3 cup of melted margarine. I mixed that all together, and then I patted it down in the bottom of my 9-inch pan, glass dish, okay, pie dish. All right, so I'm gonna move this stuff aside so it's not in our way, and I'm gonna go ahead and mix my cream cheese. Today we're going to do it a little bit differently as well because I'm going to use my mixer. I want it to be nice and smooth. So here is the package of the Velata No Bake Cheesecake Caramel Apple. This is one that is available all the time and it's absolutely delicious. We're going to find out today. So I went ahead and put in my cream cheese. All right, so it's nice and softened. I'm gonna go ahead and put in my cheesecake mix, and we're gonna do that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put in my Cool Whip, just like that. Just like that. I'm gonna take all of that goodness and put that right in the bowl. All right, so now we're gonna take my mixer, and we're going to mix that all up into some nice, delicious deliciousness of deliciousness. I'm gonna make the cheese a little bit soft here. No, I'm not gonna make you guys watch all of this. Woo, what a nice mess this is gonna be. I wanna make sure that I get all of that in there with the mix and everything, right? So that it's nice and creamy and absolutely delicious. So now we're going to shut off my mixer and hope I don't get this everywhere. Nice. Who's gonna lick that? I am later. All right, so now we have the easy part. Well, sort of. We're gonna take our spatula and we're going to fill our pie plate with all of this delicious cream cheese. Well, it's the whole thing really. It's not just the cream cheese, right? So let's put that all in there just like that. And we're going to spread it out, so that we can make our nice pie. We want to get it right to the edge, because really there's not going to be a lot of expanding that this does on its own, right? Because the cheese doesn't really expand, and neither does the Cool Whip. I'm going to get that all right to the edge. You know, guys, you can use pre-made crusts. You know, that's not against the rules. If you don't want to make your own crust, you can, by all means, use one that's pre-made. Now we're gonna just even this out all the way across so we don't have big amounts. There, okay? So that right there is our cheesecake. Now, we're gonna do some fun stuff. What I need to do is I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator for about half an hour, and then we're gonna come back and we're going to finish it off. All right, so while the cheesecake is in the refrigerator forming or firming or thickening a little bit, right? Because we want the cheesecake to have a nice form to it. I'm gonna prepare my apples for the rest of the cake. So make sure that you wash your apples, right? You want to get all that stuff off of there. And we're going to use my Velata cutting board, right? This is a nice, I've drawn a blank on what kind. It's antibacterial. It's not plastic, it's vinyl, rubber. It's rubber. I couldn't think. And we're gonna use my Velata chef's knife, okay? Or I don't know if that's what it's called, but it's a great knife. That's what that looks like. We're gonna cut these apples into wedges, all right? So we're just gonna cut it down the middle first. If you guys have those handy dandy wedge cutters, you can use that too. I kind of like to use this. It's nice. It's nice for getting the size that you want. But I'm just gonna cut some little slivered, probably about a quarter to half of an inch thick, not too thick. And of course we don't want the core. And we're just gonna slice. Whoops, that one's a little bit too big, so we're gonna cut that in half. You're gonna see here why we're doing this when we go to decorate our, okay? And you know, one apple actually might be enough, but I'm gonna go ahead and do a few more just to make sure that I have enough for my pie. And once you're done that, you can put them aside. Cut the core out and cut this last piece in half. There we go. No, that's not really gonna make it. Ah, see, got one. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, so it's been about a half an hour, and the top, you know, has that peaked firmness to it. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to decorate the top of it with apples, sliced apples, and we're also going to use our raspberry syrup, handcrafted Velata raspberry syrup. See how delicious that looks. Okay, so I'm gonna shake that up a little bit. I don't really think that it really needs to be shaked up, but we're gonna do it anyway. So we're going to put our apple slices so that everybody gets an apple slice when they slice the pie. And the way that we're gonna do that is by making kind of a starburst in the middle. And that's why you don't want them too thick. Oops. And one last one. And you know what? We probably could do, and you're gonna probably mess with it a little bit too, like I'm doing, which is fine. If we layer them up a little bit on each other, we can add another one like that, and like that. Okay, so that's what the center is going to look like. Isn't that beautiful? All right, and now we're going to take our raspberry syrup and we're just going to drizzle. Now remember that this does come out a little bit fast, so we don't want to. We want to start in the middle because we want to fill that area in the middle. So we're going to do that first. And then we're just going to go out from there. Okay, I'll make sure that it's filled. It's going to seep, guys. That's what you want it to do, right? It's gonna kind of go a little bit on its own throughout the pie, but we've got ourselves a nice, what are we missing here? There's a piece there. Maybe we need to fill that up a little bit more. And there we go. I think that's good. It doesn't need to be perfect, okay? And you don't want too much. They can add some later if they'd like. But you can guide that a little bit with, you know, a knife, or we're gonna spread that out a little bit. You guys, you know that I'm not all about perfection and beauty and all of that stuff. So I'm gonna play with this a little bit more, and then I'll come back and close out our video. Okay, so you see it's a little bit different. I did do a video when it got corrupted for the end, so I'm sorry about that, but here is the finished product. I went ahead and put some syrup on all of it because I thought, you know what, I don't want anybody to have a bite that doesn't have any of that delicious syrup. So I put some on, and I kind of did one of these rotating things to spread it out over the entire pie. I've gone ahead and put some saran wrap on it. It was already in the fridge. Remember, I kind of did a video and it got corrupted, so I'm back. Wanted to show you the finished product, but I also wanted to tell you how grateful I am of all of you. You know, Thanksgiving is a time for us to reflect. It's a time for us to be grateful and thankful for what we have in our lives. And I'm grateful for all of my fans, my subscribers, all of my customers, my friends that I've made through this journey. And so I want to wish all of you a happy Thanksgiving. I know if you're not in this country, in the United States, then you might not be celebrating Thanksgiving, and that's okay. Maybe you can just take a day to be grateful for everything that's in your life. So thank you for joining me on another Monday Munchies. I'll see you guys on next Monday, and a happy Thanksgiving to everyone.